Kanye running for president and is as bad as a white guy getting a tribal tattoo. Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. And I think it's hilarious. What are you doing, step bro? What's up, Juice Gang? Welcome to episode 30 of the Boxx podcast. What's happening, fam? Well, here we are, dude. We're 30 episodes down, and we're doing a solo one again. Why? Because I might have gotten a little too shwasted this weekend, aka 4th of July weekend. Plan to take the podcast up to Tahoe, which is where I went. Did I take it? Yes. Did I do one? No. Why? I was wasted the entire time. And is that okay of me to do that on a mini vacation? Yes. And did some people not like the fact that I was out in public on the lake in Tahoe for 4th of July? Yes. Did I care? No. Why? Because it's my life. Shout out to Bon Jovi. Hell yeah. Hey, look, guys. Really quickly. Guys and girls, you know, the 4 girls that probably listen to this podcast, what's up? Just kidding. Just kidding. No kissing. COVID. So 4th of July happened. You know? I hope you guys had fun. Maybe you saw. Here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. Okay? I plan to go to 4th of July or to celebrate 4th of July in Tahoe, right? And I did that. And was it fun? Yes. Was I with a small group of people? Yes. Were we socially distant? Let's just say yes. Do you need proof? Don't have it. Sorry. So I went to Tahoe for the 4th of July. And to be completely honest, on the lake, I was probably the only person wearing a mask. And I still got fucking... I can't believe you're out in the lake. You better be safe. I just don't understand why you would put yourself in that situation. Dude, I wasn't touching anybody. You know? I was wearing a mask. I even had latex gloves on for like the first half of the day, which, by the way, was annoying as shit. And, you know, I already swore on the first 3 minutes of this podcast, so demonetized if you watched the last video, but I'm not making any money anyway, so that's cool. All right, so guys, I was celebrating my friend Nick. Shout out Nick. What's up, baby? It was his birthday, July 2nd, and we had a good time, dude. You know, it was fun. I think it was a little necessary for us to kind of get away, and at least for me. Again, I know I went away last week, and oh, dude, it really takes a toll on me now. Just going away and like drinking an entire weekend, and you know I drink a lot because I'm on the road to being an alcoholic, but that's okay. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm actually not drinking right now. I'm drinking water because it's Monday again, and you know what happened last week when I said when I do podcasts on Monday, I always feel a little weird. Because I feel stressed because I got to get the episode out by Wednesday. And then I'm really all over the place right now, to be completely honest. I probably talked about 8 different things just now. I was talking about Tahoe, 4th of July. So I went to Zephyr Cove for the 4th with my friends. Was it fun? Absolutely. Now, here's the thing, though. Zephyr Cove, as the years have gone by, has just sucked more and more as time has gone by. We packed a bag full of drinks, White Claws, beer. Nick and Marina made Jello shots, and they were fire. They were a little strong, but you know me, dude. I'm an alcoholic, so I should probably stop saying that. Fuck. Um. Anyways, they made Jello shots and they were fire, dude. And we packed this big ass bag full of all of our alcohol to take to the lake. Because I've never had a problem with taking alcohol to the lake before. Like, their cops like patrol the lake, but whatever. Anyways, our Uber driver pulled up and he was like, "You guys, they're gonna make you dump that out in front of them if you bring all that stuff." And we were just like, "What the hell, dude? That's whack." So we run. I ran that whole bag full of drinks up back to the place, and dude, our place was up like 100 stairs. I'm not even joking. That's how many stairs there probably were. So I did that. Thank God he told us that, because if we pretty much took like all of our alcohol, and then we would have had nothing when we got back home. So anyways, we leave the alcohol there. We get there. To get on the beach is $30. Okay. $30, not a big deal. Okay. Pay the $30, get inside, find our spot. We find our spot, and then we go to the bar. And, you need tickets to buy drinks? 3 tickets is 1 beer or whatever drink, and 8 of those tickets is $30. Hey, look, dude, I drink a lot. How much money did I pull out? Like $120. Because I couldn't get enough of drinking on that beach in the sun. It was, during that time, I was pissed that I had to spend all this money, because we literally could have brought our own drinks that we already paid for and that were much cheaper. But whatever, dude. It was fine. I think for the most part, we all had a good time. There was a couple incidents that happened that were unfortunate and real shitty. Hey, by the way, dude, let me just say this, okay? Let me just throw this out there for all you creep-ass guys. For you fucking assholes that walk by chicks and have the audacity to just, like, touch them, grope them, or feel them up in any way. Don't fucking do that, okay? That's not cool. It never has been cool. It never will be cool, and no one enjoys that. Now, does anybody ever grope me, feel me up? No. If that happened, would I like it? Absolutely not. Hey, fucking creep, get away from me, okay? Now, that happened to somebody that I know and I care about, and that shouldn't be a thing, because it's bad taste, dude, okay? Don't fucking do that. Don't go around touching girls you don't know. It happened to a close friend of mine, and I don't appreciate that. A lot of other people that I was with didn't appreciate that either. And, that's... those kind of guys that, like, walk by a girl in a bar trying to get past them, and they, like, put their hand on their lower back. I've never done that, because it just comes off as weird. And you look like a fucking loser, and you are a loser. And then people just... I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't... Like, all you have to do is just increase the volume of your voice and just say, "Excuse me, can I get by?" That's it. See what I just did right there? That's it. And then guess what? They move. And that's it. So if you're one of those guys that walks by a chick and just, like, feels her up or whatever like that, hey, you're a fucking loser. And I said it. If you have a problem, come see me. Just kidding. I don't want to fight. If I have to, I will. So, anyways, forgot where I wasn't planning on talking about that, but, people need to hear it. If you've done that in the past, don't do it again. And I know that I haven't done that, because I'm very self-aware, and I really hate when people think badly about me. And I always say on this podcast, you shouldn't care about what people think. But if they hate you, there's a reason, and I want to know what that reason is, because I don't want them to hate me. So let's just clear that up. And I know that I've talked about now 27 different things, but I just needed to say that. So anyways, we're on the beach. We get our drinks. We set up like a beer pong station filled the cups up with water because the people on the beach, the security. By the way, dude, hey, if you're gonna have security for the beach, security anywhere, dude. And I'm not even trying to be a dick. You can't hire a 400-pound person for security, dude. What's gonna happen? All right, I'm throwing jabs and I'm being kind of rude. I'm in a very weird mood right now. I had a terrible day at work. God damn it. I had a terrible day at work because I'm not fully recovered from this weekend, to be completely honest. And I might come off as a little hostile on this first 10 minutes of this episode. But hey, you know what, dude? I'm trying to be authentic. And that's going to happen every now and then. I've been in a crabby mood all fucking day. And that's fine. That altitude fricked me up, dude. Whatever. So anyways, security was being pussies, and they were telling us that we couldn't drink away from the bar, which, dude, get your rules right. They were saying cops were walking by, and that if they saw us with our beers and shit, they were going to take them away. And, dude, those fucking cops were the sickest cops I've ever met. They stopped by our, like, table, and they, like, chatted with us and stuff like that. They were saying what's up to Nick, and, like, Nick was wearing some funny clothing, and the cops were, like, saying what's up. One of the cops let one of the girls in our group wear his vest and shit like that. Anyways, the security was fake as fuck. Cops didn't care about us drinking at our spot. And don't fucking get mad at me because I'm talking highly of these cops. They were just cool. They were they were fine. They were cool. Whatever. So anyways, the day goes on and goes on and goes on. And when we first posted up at this one spot, this group of girls were trying to we posted up, and then this group of girls that was like kind of like not very close to us, not very far from us, like a safe enough distance, #COVID. And they looked at us and they like asked us to move a little farther, and we were like, yeah, that's fine. Totally. Because no point in being a dick at that point. And then as the day goes on, we had at least like 4 different groups of people come say what's up to us that none of us knew, and they just want to play beer pong and stuff like that. And that was all cool and everything. And then this group of like 20-year-olds stopped by, and I really vibed with them because they were wearing cheetah print, and I love cheetah print. #Crocs cheetah print. So these group of kids come by, and they were fucking awesome. Like, they were dope. We were all having a good time. And then somewhere along the lines, everyone was kind of just, I don't know if they were necessarily drunk. Honestly, I was wasted at the time. So I couldn't really tell, but they were all funny and shit. And like people were like scattering and going closer to that group of girls that asked us to move away from them when we first got there. And without even like asking these guys to move like peacefully, I remember one of like the main chick who was the issue of the whole group. She just was like, you guys need to fucking move. And right off, like, you could hear it. Like, I could hear from the other side of the lake. And so she starts yelling at these kids. They're, like, in their own little circle. We're playing beer pong. We're having a good time until this. She yells at them, and she's like, get the fuck away from us. You're making us feel unsafe. Blah, 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 blah. And then she gets up and then walks over to one of the kids and yells in his face what I just said. She repeats herself. She says, get away from us. You're making us feel unsafe. Now, look, dude. If somebody's getting yelled at and they're wearing cheetah print, I'm automatically on their side. So I walk over, which was like 4 feet away from me, and she's yelling at the kid's face. And I'm just like, look, dude. Anyone with a brain would know that it doesn't make any sense for you to yell at him in his face, walk up to him and yell, "Get away from me. You're making me feel unsafe." And our whole group doesn't feel cool with you being this close to us. It was something along those entire lines. And I just said, it doesn't make sense for you to come and yell at them, telling them to get away from you when you're coming up to them, yelling in his face. Like, I don't get that at all. Now, could they have just moved? Yes. But if you're going to preach something, practice it and don't look like a fucking idiot. She was literally just yelling in this kid's face. Like, I'm not even kidding, yelling in his face. And I was like, it doesn't make sense for you to yell at them to get away from you when you just stood up from where you were laying, walked over to him, and started yelling at him. That doesn't make any sense at all. And then there was this whole ordeal where, and let me just say this, okay? These girls, they're probably descendants of Rosie O'Donnell because they were not cute. And then the argument really started when I said that to her. I didn't say that they look like that, but they were yelling at the kids, and I was like, it doesn't make any sense for you to yell at them if you're going to stand up and then go fucking yell in their face. Then she was like, who the fuck are you? Like, she started saying all this fucking shit. Then she started talking shit to me. She started calling me ugly and short. And I was like, bitch, you can't hurt me because I know that. Second of all, you're going to call me ugly? Ugh, dude, she looked like Sloth from the Goonies, dude. And I said that. Yeah, I really did. I really said that to one of the girls. Not to the main girl, but the one girl was this like 6'2". Nah, she wasn't 6'2". She was like 5'10". But she was a 5'10" hefty woman, dude. And this girl, I'm just spitting facts, dude. And I'm not trying to be mean because they were fucking rude at first. We honored their wish when they asked us to move away. And then when I try to put her on blast and say, what you're saying doesn't make sense, they fucking went off on me. And they called me ugly first. Okay? Let's clear that air right now. They called me ugly first. So it's fucking it's open season, dude. I'm getting ready. I'm getting all my fucking roast out. And one of the girls called me short. She called me ugly. And that same girl looked like Sloth from the Goonies. Okay? Now, dude, look. If you're ugly, you can't call other people ugly. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't get that math problem. That's a word problem I would never get in math class. So, anyways, the main girl starts, this fucking main girl, she starts coughing on people, you know? Like, she starts doing that. I'm not even joking. She starts coughing on people, and then I'm like, you can get in serious fucking trouble for that. And one of those kids in the leopard print shorts, he fucking started recording. And when I said, have you ever been on Twitter? Because that's full of people doing what you're doing, and they're getting put on blast. And you can fucking get in trouble by the police with doing that shit. And as soon as I literally said that, as soon as I said that, when you do something so fucked up and immediately you regret what you just did? By the way, didn't happen to me that entire time. I had so much fun in that situation because I said in my previous episode, I can't wait to run into a Karen. Did I run into one? Yes. Was she a younger Karen? Yeah. Did I think that would ever happen? No. I thought they were all in their mid-40s to late 50s. But I was wrong, like I am usually about everything. So she starts coughing on people. Not cool. She can get in fucking a shit ton of trouble. And cops were walking all over the fucking beach, dude. No one went to go get them. I didn't think to. And the kid, one of the kids in leopard print shorts started recording, and she stopped that shit like right away. But then she started shoving people. She put her elbows like this. She started fucking elbowing me, like pushing me and shit like that. And dude, at one point she was talking to like some of my friends. Some of my friends were trying to cool her off, and like while they were explaining to my friends what was going on, she was talking about me, and then she saw me. She was like pointing at me around them, and I'm just like, I'm just in the fucking background, or like far. I'm in the distance, just like doing this, just smirking and waving my hand, just fucking feeding it because that's how I am. And I know that I said on the last episode, if I have confrontation, it doesn't look good. But hey, dude, she doesn't know who the fuck I am, so that's fine. And anyway, dude, that was, that was just one of those things that when I look back on it, I mean, whatever, dude. But like, I was thinking about how could that have been dealt with differently? Like, and I was actually like, I was being a little dramatic when the first time I just told that story about me going up to her. The first time I said that, I like yelled it, but legitimately and crossed my heart, what I actually said, I said it in a fairly calm voice. When she was yelling at the kid, I was literally like, you can't come over here and tell them to get away from you when you just walked up to him and start yelling. Like, you can't do that. But she was already like redlining. She was fucking up there already. And I don't know if those kids said anything to her. I have no idea. That was the only part of that situation that I caught, was her getting up and fucking storming over. First of all, she yelled while she was still sitting down, but then she got up and then stormed over, started yelling at them. That's when I first heard it. And I was like, you can't do that. And it might have had like a sarcastic voice. I don't remember, dude. I was honestly fucked up. But anyways, dude. Hey, look. If people are making you feel unsafe about COVID, don't get in their face and tell them they're making you feel unsafe. I shouldn't even have to say that, because people should just know that. And if you're really that scared, stay home. Now, throughout the day, I was posting some Instagram stories. And there was, by the bar, there is a DJ, and there's like a little stage and like a place where everybody dances and shit. And I didn't go into that. I was not a part of that by any means. I promise you, I'm not that dumb, because honestly, dude, I'm not even joking. I was actually I was probably the only person wearing a mask for the majority of the day. Like, I'm 100% serious. And like, the only times that I was really not wearing a mask was when I was drinking, or telling that girl she looked like Sloth from the Goonies, whatever. And I got a handful of messages that was just like, you better be safe, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, dude, I'm being as safe as I can, dude. I got hand sanitizer, I'm wearing gloves, and I'm wearing a mask. I was trying to set an example. No, I wasn't. It was more so of a joke, but honestly, I did feel like better about myself, because I was like, I should be fine. I didn't share any drinks with anybody. Like, none of that shit. And then also, one thing that's really interesting about COVID and shit, because it was hot out there, dude. And I was listening to a couple podcasts, Joe Rogan and a couple other ones, and they're like, they always share their new information about COVID. And they're saying, why don't I just fucking look it up? They're saying that, the UV light from the sun, like, kills. Dude, I don't even fucking know what I'm saying, dude. Let me look this up. Okay, ultraviolet rays are part of sunlight. Studies show that UV light can be used to kill airborne COVID-19 particles and disinfect surfaces. For this reason, some hospitals, subways, and other public locations are using UV light to help disinfect areas when they are not occupied by people. So basically, to paraphrase that, being in the sun is actually more safe. Not touching people, though. Whatever. But anyways, I don't know, dude. You know what? I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if anybody got it, that in our group that was there, and whatever, dude. It is what it is. But then also, like, I got one person that responded to one of my stories, and they were like, And if you hear this, dude, sorry, but they were like, I can't believe you would celebrate the 4th of July, like when the country's, when the country's as bad as it is right now. And I'm like, hey, bro, listen. I was gonna drink this weekend regardless. So I don't really know what you're trying to do here. Trying to make me feel bad? Can't. Impossible. You know how dude. Oh my god. Calling that girl Sloth from the Goonies had to have been the worst thing that anybody's ever said to her. But I don't even think she really heard me because everyone was yelling. Oh my god, dude, that has to be like the worst roast I've ever said to anybody. Like a girl too. Will I get canceled? Yes. Are people probably gonna get mad at me after they hear that? Probably. But you know what, dude? I could have not told you guys that, and then I'm fake. But I told you guys that. That's what it is. What it is. And then what? We move on with our lives. But dude, oh my god, we didn't waste any time as a group to get drunk. Like the second we got there, and look, dude, that altitude I really believe that it fucked me up like badly. Because when we got there, I drank 2 White Claws, and I was already drunk. And maybe I'm just a lightweight. I have no idea, but the entire weekend, I was like internally speaking to myself, and I was just like, Joe, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And then I get there, and I start fucking Forrest Gumping this bitch, and I'm just chugging, Chug City, Lake Chugho. Anyways, dude, yeah, it was fun though, and then we met some cool people throughout the day, and that was all great. Played a lot of drinking games. Got really drunk. I got in my feels on one night, so I listened to Juice World, and then I fell asleep. Dude, I was like trying to text people while I was wasted, and you know, like when you're so drunk that you have to like close one eye and like try and text. When that happens, I'm like, all right, dude, you need to fucking settle down right now. That is not cool. And speaking of Juice World, though, shout out to Kenny, dude. Kenny told me that he texted me today, and he told me that Juice World is coming out with a new album in 4 days, and that's amazing because it's all music that he obviously wrote and shit before he passed away. And I gotta say, man, I don't think I'm emotionally prepared for that. And everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, here we go again, talking about Juice WRLD." Blah 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 blah. I don't give a shit what you think, dude. I fucking loved his music. I love his music still. God damn, I can remember the first time I found out that he died. Like, well, not the first time. The time that I found out that he died. Fuck. I got hella sad, dude. I was so fucking sad. And you know what's crazy is like when like people like Mac Miller, XXX, when all those people died, I never listened to their music, so I didn't get it. You know, like it's one of those things where like a celebrity passes away and people mourn their deaths like however they do, or they like post about them or whatever. I was never like that with anybody. But like when Juice WRLD died, it just hit so different because I literally always played his music, and like I really resonated with a lot of his music just because like I come off as like a genuinely, like, at least I think I do, like if people saw this podcast, they would think that I'm like more of like a real happy person. And normally I am. Obviously, we have our shitty times, we have our bad days and shit. But I don't know, man. His music just like it's a lot about heartbreak, and I think when I started really listening to him was like the last time I got out of like a relationship with a girl. So I was like hella sad, and then I would just like start listening to his music and shit like that. And then I just started just fucking loving his music. I love his lyrics, you know, I love all that kind of shit. And that's another thing about being a musician too. You really admire the craft of, you know, because the way that I talked about this with Enzo, like the way that I analyze music, I like to really dissect the lyrics more so than the instruments, but like listening to the lyrics, it really gives you an idea of like where that person was when they were writing that song, like where they were emotionally and mentally when they were writing the song. And dude, just a lot of people don't like his music because it's super sad, and I get that. Like you don't want to listen to something that brings your mood down. I don't get that way at all. I just love listening to the art form of it. Kind of like comedy in a way. You could just admire like the creativity of the words. And yeah, I know people say that he obviously talks about like drugs and stuff like that, but there's like a certain kind of imagery when it comes to his music that really just sets with me, and that's why I love it because you know, with the shit that he talks about with like going through a breakup or having depression and using drugs to numb the pain and all that kind of shit, like you start like, at least I do, I start imagining like him like battling his demons and shit like that, and that's all real, dude. And you know, it's, I don't know, dude. Anyways, I'm stoked that he's coming out with a new album, and honestly, it's probably gonna make me sad as fuck. But you know, I'm just glad that, you know, my life's going good. I'm very thankful that this took like a totally different vibe after the past like 5 minutes, but we just got some serious talk. But no, dude, I'm stoked about this new album coming out. It's always weird when like shit comes out after a person dies, you know. But you know, I don't really listen to rap either. Like I do sometimes if I'm with like certain people, like certain friends that don't like rock very much or whatever. So I branch out a lot, but his music alone is great. It's fucking great. So anyways, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, I kind of wanted to talk about fucking, oh my god, let me just say this, dude. Let me hit my jewel before I say this. So it looks like Kanye is running for president. I don't even know what to think when I see that. Like I saw that on Twitter. Dude. Oh my, like, I'm not comparing Kanye to a gorilla. Don't get this mixed up. But this is going to be just like when Harambe died or whatever happened and people fucking voted for Harambe. Like what? With the way this country's going, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Kanye wanting to run for president is as bad as like Kanye running for president is as bad as a white guy getting a tribal tattoo. Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. And I think it's hilarious. But you know what's scary? Donald Trump just randomly decided, hey, I'll run for president too. He won. It's crazy. Kanye West, hey, I'll run for president. Any political experience? Nope. Maybe. I don't know. I don't pay attention to Kanye. I don't pay attention. Oh my god, dude, I gotta look up this video. Hold on. Oh my fucking god, this is hilarious. And everybody's seen this, but just talking about Kanye made me really want to watch this. The Hurricane Katrina shit. Bush doesn't care about black people. Dude, it's not funny, but it kind of is.
Your business idea needs a website, so go to Wix.com. What are you waiting for?
Ad.
Today's the day.
With the breach of 3 levees protecting New Orleans, the landscape of the city has changed dramatically, tragically, and perhaps
video is so
irreversibly. There's now over 25 feet of water where there was once city streets and
Shout out to
thriving
Austin
neighborhoods.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. And you know, it's been 5 days.
Why is he so out of breath?
Because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch.
That's our next president.
I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give. And
hey, dude,
just to imagine if I was...
Normally they'd be reading a prompt. Prompter? Don't even know. But I don't think that they'd just be free speaking this. You know, you think Red Cross would want to, you know, have something scripted out. He's talking. How funny would it be, dude? How funny would it be if there was a whole fucking script for him to read and he's just like, nah, fuck that. And just says all this shit. Hey, I'm not saying what he's saying is, you know, bad or anything. He's speaking his mind, but come on, dude. God damn, this is so old.
If I was down there, and those are my people down there, so anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are
Dude, Mike Myers is just like,
right now,
all right, buddy,
fighting
let's
another
wrap
way,
it up.
They've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
You done? All right, cool.
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating, is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call.
No way. Goes over to Chris Tucker. Dude, George Bush does not care about black people. Oh my God, what an out-of-pocket thing to say. Hey, maybe it's facts, though. I don't know. Yeah, I really, oh my God. You know why, this weekend was also really great? I just said this about Kanye being president, but this weekend was really great because I didn't see one white person with a tribal tattoo or puka shell necklace. If you don't see a white person wearing that stuff or frosted tips, you know it's going to be a good time. Because there's no douchebags. And if you have all those, I'm sorry. You're a douchebag. I'm free to say whatever I want. I used to wear a puka shell necklace, though. I think I was in like 2nd grade. God damn. So many things I used to do when I was a kid. I remember I used to sag my pants, but then I turned 8. And I just felt like, hey, you know what, dude? This isn't a good look. This doesn't suit me very well. But shit, I forgot I was just about to say something. Anyways, it's Monday, dude, and if you guys remember from last week, I hurt my rib when I jumped off of that fucking rock and landed in the water, and it still hurts. Not really like as much as it did, but like enough to where I can't really go to the gym. And that sucks because the gym's just opened and I'm trying to get you know? But I can't, and it fucking sucks, and now I got to go to work and I'm in pain, and like I don't want to call out of work because then if I call out of work, I'm just like I'm in pain, and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, you have COVID?" You know, you have COVID? And I'm like, "No, dude, I'm just in pain." What's up with like, you know, back to COVID really quick. Everything like leads to COVID. Like I just found out that, you know, I don't know if it's all, but most hospitals are like privately owned or privately funded or something, and that's why most of the people who have died in the past couple of months, like even if they had like diabetes or cancer or any kind of shit like that, and then they caught COVID and then they die, and then immediately rule it as a COVID death. That's insane. Because then they get like a certain amount of money for each COVID death. So they're just like, oh, well, this guy was shot by the police, but it looks like, whoever put the bullets in the thing, they had COVID and they got COVID on the bullet. So they guess they died from COVID and not the 5 bullets that are in their body. That's like what they're doing. Damn, that's dark. I probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever, dude. So anyways, yeah, dude, I'm on call starting tomorrow, and that means that I have to be available for work 24/7 for 1 week straight, and that is whack. And I had a terrible day at work today, so let's start the week off real shitty. I hate that, dude. I hate that so much, but that's why I listen to podcasts when I work, because it keeps me level and sane, and I don't lose my shit on people, usually. But I need to start listening to like more educational podcasts. I think the only one that I really listen to where I learn shit is Joe Rogan. Whenever he has like scientists and shit on. But I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't always like listening to serious shit. Because I like to like joke around and laugh a lot. I love laughing, dude. There's literally nothing better than having a good laugh, especially when you're with your friends. That's why I love like being a dumbass most of the time. Cause there's no reason to always be serious, And if you are, like, you know what, you're probably going through some shit in your life, or you're dealing with family stuff or financial stuff, or you're just in a place where you're just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Hey, dude, we've all been there. We're all still going through that shit, That's why I always say, like, I listen to the comedy podcast because they remind me that, I've listened to comedy podcasts when I was, like, going through some pretty dark times, and I don't ever tell anybody about that shit. I never tell anyone when I'm going through something difficult. I'm usually probably just a little more quiet. And I like to keep my shit to myself because I don't want to feel like I'm putting bad energy into someone's ears. Maybe I just did on this podcast, but that's fine. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even knocking on any friends or whatever. I know that I've been this kind of friend where I like offer like myself to like, listen up. And I hate to say it, but sometimes when people just like constantly bring their problems to you, it's like, all right, dude, I'm willing to listen to what you have to say. I care about what you're going through, but at the same time, like, complaining about everything is not going to solve anything. And I learned that at a very young age, and I can't deal with that. Not that I don't care about what you're going through, but if you're going to vent to me about what's going wrong in your life, cool. Let's find out a way for you to get out of that or get out of whatever situation you're in. And I think that's important for people to know too. And I'm a really immature person, but I feel like I did grow up a little faster than most people. And that's probably hard to hear, but I'm very realistic when it comes to a lot of shit. When it comes to meeting new people, being in a shitty situation and trying to figure out, all right, what do I need to do to get out of this? When it comes to money, when it comes to friendships, relationships. Haven't been in a relationship forever, single life, still a virgin, love that. But the reason I don't talk about my problems with anybody is because I know that if I do, I'm just going to get like oh, that's crazy. Oh, dude, that sucks. And I've said that. I've been that kind of person on the receiving end of somebody telling me what's going wrong in their life. And dude, like, I don't know. I don't like feeling like I'm putting a burden on people because the truth is that no one really cares. Maybe some people do, but most people don't. And that's something that people need to realize is like, you're going through something. All right, dude. Fucking tighten your shit and let's fucking attack this and, get ahead of it. And I do that all the time. I've had like family shit, family drama that was really hard on me in the past. I mean, even quite recently, but I try, like, no one would ever guess that. You know, serious shit happens in everyone's life, and the way to go about it is to get a fucking head of it and just think. And I know it's always easier said than done, but there's ways to do it, man. Try to keep your spirits high. Try to stay, in a good mood for the majority of your day or whatever. And that's why I listen to podcasts. Because people make me laugh. And I say this, I've said this a lot over the past couple episodes, but it's important, dude. Like, music can do something for you. That's fine. That's great. It amps you up or makes you feel whatever way. But, when you got people making you laugh throughout the entire day, really, oh my God, it helps so much. Dude, it really does help you a lot. It helps me a lot. And that's why, I preach about it all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why I started talking about this, but why did I start fucking talking about this? I don't know. See, my mind works in fucking crazy ways, dude. I'd start talking about one thing and I talk about 4 other things along the way. You guys know that by now if you've been listening this entire time. But anyways, I know these solo episodes, these are just me just like ranting about shit, telling stories, whatever. Thought I would talk about 4th of July. And whatever. Kanye being president. That's so insane, dude. How crazy would that be, dude? Like, I wonder what would happen to the world. I honestly don't think it would get any better. There would be a revolt. A fucking rapper who makes shitty clothes becoming president. By the way, those new Yeezys, dude, they look like that. Dude, those new Yeezys look like that fucking ugly-ass dog that everyone knows which dog I'm talking about. The Target dog. Who wears those, dude? Do they have like this... I mean, I'm wearing Crocs right now, but my Crocs are fucking sick. And no one can tell me otherwise. Those shoes, though? Dude, you're trying too hard. Am I trying too hard? Sometimes. But, you just gotta be real, man. You just gotta be fucking real. It's important. And that's another thing that I picked up on early, too, was one of my favorite characteristics about myself is the ability to tell when someone is full of shit. I smell that shit from a mile away. Especially when you go to like a bar and you get somebody talking your ear off. They're probably on 8 lines of blow and they're telling you like how much shit they plan on doing with their future, and I'm like, all right, dude, that's cool. I wish you the best. Or like people that have said shit about you. And then they come up to you and like they say, "Oh, what's up, brother? How you been? Like we should hang out soon." Hashtag St. James Gate, dude. Fuck. That happens all the time. I'm obviously that shit's kind of easy and obvious to point out, but I'm really good at finding out when people are like full of shit, dude. When it comes to like intentions or whatever. That's all shit that we learn, man, when we grow up and we get older. And, I've been, like I said earlier, I feel like I kind of grew up a little faster. I mean, I'm not the only person, but I started working when I was 16. And, like, you start to, like, figure out people a little more, like customers and shit. It's just weird. Like, if you worked in retail as a young kid or, like, when you were in high school and you got into that shit, you probably experienced the same thing. Like, when kids don't work when they're teenagers, however long they don't work in those years, you kind of go about life. Not that I even know from experience, but I feel like I have a good idea, is like you don't experience enough confrontation, or you don't experience the different varieties of people. So when someone comes across you and they don't think the same as you, or they give you some kind of attitude, you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, how can they talk to me like that? Entitled, in a way. And I'm not saying everybody's like that. Like, obviously, not everybody's like that. But I feel like if you work in an environment where, like, you got different kinds of people, like I worked in a grocery store, dude, I saw every kind of person by the time I was 16. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, that's how people are, you know? Some people are cool. Some people feel like they are right about everything. And, you know, some people, you know, whatever. I feel like I picked that up really early in my life. And I mean, you know, whatever. I'm thankful for it, I guess. But anyways, guys, this is a really weird episode. Sorry if, you know, it was kind of all over the place. But I'm in like a serious mood, and I'm in like a jokey mood. I'm still recovering from this weekend too, by the way. Like, I drank so much this weekend, and I don't know if like being up in the altitude really fucked me up that much, but on the way back, I was listening to a podcast with Nick and Marina, and like it was dope. You know, we laughed a little bit and shit like that. But when I got home, I was like, oh my God, I didn't want to do anything. I just felt so lazy. I felt drained. And of course, that's going to happen after a weekend of drinking. And no, if it was COVID, I'll find that out in like 2 weeks. There's an incubation period. So don't jump to conclusions. But yeah, dude, I and like I said, dude, doing these podcasts on a Monday is a little rough, especially when I'm by myself, dude. It's not easy. I'm not even gonna say that again. But yeah, it's Monday. I got a long ass week ahead of me, and I'm not asking for anybody's help. And you guys are probably just like, oh damn, that's crazy. Like I was just talking about. See, I don't want to see, dude. I just put my burden on you guys, and I hate that. But you know what, dude? I'm keeping my head high. I'm crushing brews, not slamming twos, because, you know, that's not happening anytime soon. By the way, if anybody crush brews, slam twos, or even tens in Tahoe, dude, I salute you. But you're also sketch. Probably got COVID, whatever. It's fine. But I'm going to have my roommate on for the next episode, and my roommate, Frank. He's a retired professional bodybuilder. Dope guy. Been my friend for a couple years now. And I've been trying to schedule something with him for the past couple episodes, but, you know, whatever. Scheduling. I was out of town for the past 2 weeks, so the past 2 weekends. But I'm pretty stoked for that one. That one, honestly, I'm not really sure. It might be like a fitness-based one. It might just be a life one, or fitness, business, and lifting life all in one. So we'll see. But I don't want to, you know, script anything, because that's not real. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it right there. It's 30 episodes down. And I'll just say this. Although some of these solo episodes are kind of whatever, I just got to keep them out, dude. I just got to keep them coming, because, you know, I don't want to get lazy and not do them. And I feel like people need some shit to hear. I don't know, whatever. You can tune into my life like normal. Just listen to me expose myself, call girls Sloth from the Goonies. Is that kind of a dick move? Yeah. But you know what, dude? Whatever. She called me short and ugly, so I had to rebuttal. What am I going to do? Just stand there? No. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope you celebrated the 4th and had a good time. Been safe. You know. Whatever. But hey, dude, always remember to stay stoked. Keep your energy high, just like me usually. But please tune in to episode 31. By the way, if you're watching the YouTube, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, you know, please, I hope you did. But whatever. If you didn't, I get it. Solo episodes, a little boring, but, you know, speaking my mind, you know, doing what I can do on my own. And we're gonna call it right there, Juice Gang. I love you guys, and I'll see you on episode 31. Peace.